Seeing none, we will move on to Resolution 121542, resolution authorizing the execution of a development and settlement agreement with Material Service Corporation. Rich Vogel, please.
Thanks, Your Honor. To begin with, I just would like to clarify for everyone's benefit, this in no way, shape, or form affects any of the existing annexation agreement or existing zoning classifications or special uses that may have been granted to this property owner throughout the course of village history. Not intending to change any of those things tonight or affect them. What we are intending to do is, during the course of our discussions with them, we've identified a few sort of thorn in the side issues involving the two parties, and we're trying to resolve and get those things straightened away in an amicable fashion, and that's what we've got presented for you this evening. First off, we're going to provide for the granting of certain right-of-way for Taylor Road improvements, existing Taylor Road improvements. Secondly, there's been some discussion that the board may be aware of that it's the desire of the village to have a traffic light installed where the traffic light formerly was many years ago at Romeoville High School. It would line up with the Route 53 entrance that's used by Material Service on Route 53 to access its property. They would be contributing the right-of-way necessary to do the signal on that portion, their side of Route 53 and their leg of the intersection. Secondly, there's also been discussion at previous board meetings of an issue involving past due tax differential payments. This agreement, when approved and fully executed by the parties, will resolve that. It's approximately $500 and some odd thousand at issue. These funds will be paid in accordance, 3 installments in accordance with the following schedule. Approximately 50% or $250,000 would be payable in April of 2013, in April of 2014, about $130,000, and then the remaining $125,000 would be payable in April of 2015. Lastly, the agreement would contemplate that Material Service would, for the time being, withdraw its application. It would basically be left in that fashion. They would, in theory, have the right to refile that application or take some measure to reinstate the application with the village. In the event that that happens, they would get a credit towards the fees that were due and owing with respect to the refiled or reinstated application based upon the amount of fees that they've paid in connection with the current fee. In other words, if they refiled, they don't want to be charged for things that they've already paid for, but they would remain responsible for expenses that they would still be responsible for under the pending application.
Very good. Just a quick summary on all that. It sets up a payment plan, sets up some things on some traffic improvements that we both parties have been wanting to accomplish for some time, and withdrawal of all their current pending considerations of development applications, and gives them a credit for any outstanding balance that they have for whatever purposes they may have for reapplication or new applications or any other development project that might occur. That summarize it for properly?
Yep. Yes, Your Honor.
And for the record, as I once again clarified, in which we know, we have now we've discovered what occurred many years ago with the billing situation that has been rectified. They are current on their current billing cycle. That has all been paid and has been received already. And this will resolve the outstanding funds that we discovered through this process that were due to the village that had been, for whatever reason, not properly billed or were not properly reclaimed previously during other periods of time prior. Questions or comments?
If I could just add, Mayor, if I could just add one thing. If they do not, it's not in the agreement, but if they do not reapply, which is a very good chance they may never come back, that the dollars that are still owed would get deducted, would come back to the village board, and so the dollars that are owed back to them then would get probably deducted from their last payment, which is scheduled to be $125,000. We would deduct that from that last payment if they choose not to reapply.
Right.
Which,
So
again, they
it
may
just
never
gives them different options on
Correct.
how to use a balance that they have with us.
Absolutely correct.
In respect. So if they choose to never reapply or not apply for anything else and just want, they can take it toward a credit to the last payment.
Correct.
I guess one last point I'd like to make, kind of to accommodate Steve's comment and in anticipating you have the potential for further feedback from Material Service, because as I understand, this remains under review by their corporate staff. I would like to request that the board would approve this subject to final attorney and staff review.
Which typically you have that. I think we're going to have to do that on a couple of these tonight. We've done that in several occasions in
Yeah,
the past,
the
just to make
next
sure
item is
that
going to be that way as well.
everything's properly worded the way it needs to be. So, any other questions or comments? Good. We'll move on then.